Alright, this is for my friend, shall not be infringed. So first of all, I wanted to say that some of the things you got there look great and all that in your bag, your get home bag. And some of the things I think you could improve upon. You know, you showed that cup and the bowl, the camping bowl that you said you use when you're motorcycle camping. One thing that replaces both of those is your standard GI canteen cup, and there's this kind, and this piece can go up there, and then it can lock into that. Then it folds under, and you can use this as a cup or a pot to actually boil water in, or a bowl or whatever. Plus you can fit a canteen inside of it for storage. And nowadays they sell these. Not the backpack here, but this is a modern kind of pouch for canteens. And they have these really nice big side pockets on them that you could put a bunch of crap in there for, like purifying water tablets or drops. So that's a good thing to have. The next thing, this is not my bug out bag, by the way, this is something else. But another thing you want to probably do is get one of these for your clothes. And there's another kind. Oh, sorry. Let's go back to the canteen cup for a second. This is the other kind of canteen cup. It has these wings. They're both pretty good. With this stuff sack, you can fit a lot of clothes in there and then compact them down. They also make a stuff sack where you can, it's waterproof, and you can roll the top down like this, and then there's like these clips on the side of the bag, and that way you can kind of control the size or compress it even more. Or some stuff sacks have just a piece of nylon webbing that you can tighten and crush down the bag, so that'll save you some space, and you could waterproof your clothes if you need to. But the easiest way to do that is get a thick trash bag, like those contractors trash bags. In fact, on some of those job sites you're working on, I'd be surprised if the general contractor doesn't have a couple of those trash bags. You might ask them just some time ago, be like, hey, do you have a trash bag I could have? And, you know, just ask for every job you go to or whatever. Might give you free ones. So I wanted to show those to replace the cups and the stuff sack thing. I wrote down a little list for you so I didn't forget. For your multi-tool that you dropped off a bridge, you should get a lanyard for it probably, and just tie it to your belt so you're not dropping it or losing it, because if you lose that, that's kind of a big deal. And it wouldn't take much to put together a lanyard. You could even put like a clip on it, one of those little mini carabiners that is like a 10-pound or whatever, you know, thing, and that way you could clip it on and off your belt real fast. Oh, for your handsaw thing, they also sell like it's like a piece of a chainsaw, but it has finger loops on the end, and that's really lightweight, and it works really well. You might want to add one of those. Cody from Wrangler Star did a video on it a while back. I never got any, but they sell for like 20 bucks, I think. The duct tape that you have, what I do with mine is I take a roll of electrical tape, some waterproof matches, an emergency blanket, which is actually, those things work really, really well, some hot hands. These are some flammable, like impregnated sawdust bars. And then I have in here, so I have a roll of electrical tape. Oh, and then there's like a bunch of duct tape that I've taken off, and I used an old, like, kind of like the credit cards, but it's like a benefit card or whatever. And then I just wrap the duct tape around that a bunch of times, and that makes it lay a lot flatter. So I have a whole, you know, like survival kit in the amount of space that your roll of duct tape takes up. So, and this is just one of those food saver bags, but you could use a Ziploc bag. That'd be fine. Let's see. These are those survival tabs you're talking about, and I usually split them up. I think they said you should take like 12 a day or something. So I just vacuum seal them into 12 packages of 12. And what else do I got in here? Vacuum sealed some gun cleaning patches. Well, you don't really need that in your bug out bag, I guess. I don't know if you're going to have a firearm with you. Let's see. So get your duct tape off that roll and save some space. Another thing you want to get, I don't have it here, but you can buy Q-tips in a little box like this, and you can always refill them when you go home from a big box, and you could probably fit about 30 or 40 of them in there. And you never know when you need Q-tips. Q-tips are pretty awesome. You can use them to clean guns or your ears or whatever. Those chem lights, I think having 4 of them is pretty good. Oh, as far as the water purification thing goes, there's a straw thing that I did a video on that's pretty cool. There's also another brand that you can get that is like called the Life Straw or something. But there's another brand that I found just recently that I haven't bought one, but it filters like 1,000,000 gallons of water, and it filters everything out of it. And you can basically put it in a Camelback hose, put it in the line of the Camelback hose. And I think the best way to do that would be, you could go buy one of those platypus water bladders that has a hose coming off of it, and just roll the whole thing up and put one of those filters in line and wrap all that up, and then you have enough, that little package this big or so, you could unroll it, fill it with water, and filter up to 1,000,000 gallons, which is pretty crazy. That's a lot of filtered water. Let's see. I don't even know if I'm in the screen here the whole time. This is, you showed me that first aid bag that you had. This is the first aid bag that I keep in my truck every day, or my car whenever I go somewhere. So on this side I have like a knife and a multi-tool, and then I have a pen over here, and over here is a Sharpie and a flashlight, and I think these are hemostats. They are for, you can use these to crimp off arteries that are bleeding, but there's lots of other uses for them too, and medical type of stuff. Then in the front here I have like allergy medicine, hand wipes, steri strips, hand warmers, regular band-aids, and other things that those things you can use. I even have a suture in there, so you could sew up a wound if you had to. And then you should talk to anyone that you know that works at a hospital or near a hospital. When they do surgery, they open up a package, and inside every one of certain kinds of packages they have these surgical towels, and they use them for all sorts of different stuff. It's 100% cotton, and if they don't use these, they can't just keep them, so they have to get rid of them. So this is a brand new towel that's never been used, but they throw them away. So the hospital has stacks and stacks and stacks of these that they throw away every once in a while. So look at getting into that thrown away medical gear. And then everything else in here is what you would have in a normal blowout kit, basically. So Israeli dressings and a nasopharyngeal airway and quick clot, things like that. Although if you're in a ball situation, you may not want to use quick clot. Oh, as far as your fire starting thing, that's the other thing that's in here I forgot about. There's one of those magnesium bars in here with a ferro rod on the side. You might want to just throw in one of those magnesium bars with a ferro rod like you were saying, but also throw in just a ferro rod too, because you can always use that stuff. And then as far as all the other stuff I was seeing, you probably want to put in a poncho, and you can get those military surplus ponchos for pretty cheap. And then I don't have my bug out bag here, but put in you can go to the outdoor stores like REI and other places like that. I think maybe like Kroger's or Fred Meyer's type of place might have it too, but probably not. But you could definitely order it offline for like $10 or $12. Is a titanium spork. And the titanium spork is awesome because it'll never rust and it's pretty tough. And for $12, that's pretty cool. And then another thing you need is a P38 to open cans, because you never know where you might find some canned food, and that stuff lasts pretty much, long time. So, and then what I do is I take my spork and my P38 and put them on a necklace, and I wear it around my neck. That way you never lose it, and it's always there with you. You can just pull it off and eat something, and then put it back. So anyway, that's my suggestions. I hope that helps.